The average young adult spends over 5 hours on their phone a day, with the majority of that time being used on social media platforms. 5 hours a day also means 35 hours a week, meaning 140 hours a month, 1,680 hours a year. And if you're wondering, that equivalates to 70 days. Over 2 months of a year, we spend our time on average looking at our phones. I know that used to be the case for me. Until I did a digital detox, I was spending upwards of 7 to 8 hours on my phone a day throughout my whole teenage years. As you know, we've grown up with social media and we've been brought into the digital world at a very young age, without really knowing how addictive our phones would actually become. And until I did a digital detox, I had no idea how addictive my phone was, because it just seemed so normal to use my phone so often. And you know how it goes. You don't realize how much time you're spending on your phone sometimes, because these 5 hours on average that you do spend on your phone are split up throughout your day. 1 hour consists of scrolling on Insta in the morning, to then do this 3 hours later, to then text friends on Snapchat throughout the day with no caption pictures, with some TikTok scrolling sessions in between this. And then at the end of the day, you would watch YouTube until you fell asleep. You get stuck in this cycle and you want to withdraw from it all, but you can't. And that was literally my life for too many years. My brain was so wired to these apps that I was opening them without even realizing. And my lower self, who wanted these short dopamine spikes, would win literally every single time. Now, it did take some time to get rid of this addictive behavior towards my phone, and to be honest, get out of this pretty bad pit that I was in. And my phone wasn't so much the problem, it was how I used to use my phone that was the problem. Through overconsumption and overstimulating my brain day in, day out. And my phone would kind of keep me in this comfortable little cycle. However, over time, I've been able to change my whole lifestyle and get out of this kind of mental rut I was in, to start going towards more fulfilling and longer term goals. And to be honest, getting out of this headspace and this kind of cycle isn't an overnight thing. But one of the main things I did to get out of this cycle, apart from the gym and the breath work and a few other aspects, that has literally helped me so much and will literally rewire your brain in doing so, is running. Now, ironically, I actually used to hate running. To me, it always felt like a chore and a really difficult task, and I would only go out for a run if Eminem was playing, or unless I got a huge urge of motivation. You know, it was something I did on the very rare occasion, just going around my local town. However, after setting a running goal back in September 2023 of getting one of the main milestones in running, called the sub 20 minute 5K, I've kind of just been hooked from there, and I've been running consistently for up to almost a year now. And during that time, there were occasional times when I didn't want to go for a run. You know, we're all human at the end of the day. But nowadays, generally, it's the part of my day that I actually do look forward to. And the benefits of running have actually really surprised me. And you can literally rewire your brain from those little short dopamine cycles that you're stuck in, to then being hooked on running and the feel good natural highs that you kind of get from it all. Running is also scientifically proven to produce new brain cells through a process called neurogenesis, which leads to an increase in brain performance and also helps prevent cognitive decline over time. But I understand that it can be hard to get into a flow state with it all and get past that mental barrier of seeing a run as a somewhat chore. So how can you start enjoying running and take it further than the occasional run to build a lifelong habit within your lifestyle? Well, the first point, and it's crucial in every aspect of life, not just running, is to set a running goal. Now, like I previously said, my first running goal was the sub 20 minute 5K. However, over the course of almost a year now in which I've been running, I've continually set new goals and new distances to aim for, such as a sub 1:30 half marathon and a sub 40 minute 10K. And I've also got new goals in mind as well. And without a time to aim for, or without a milestone in line, it becomes harder to stick at running, because humans are goal-striving machines. You know, once you've achieved a goal, if you're not setting a new one, everything just kind of becomes stagnant. You know, every single time I've achieved a running goal or I've beaten my time, I instantly set up a new one. You know, when you've got a running goal in mind that's attainable with training, it's going to become an automatic healthy habit into your life. So setting yourself a running goal is one of the main ways to start running. Yet to hold yourself accountable to the training, you're going to need routine. Now, without routine in our lives, it becomes very difficult to make progress, because we can't hold ourselves accountable to go out for a run and stick towards a run. And what I found when I don't have routine is that it's just a nice picture in my head that my future self has to do, instead of actually holding myself accountable of getting the work done. And you know how it goes, you keep postponing your goals day in, day out. However, with routine, we're able to hold ourselves accountable and also leverage something called compound progress. Now, imagine a 30-day calendar in front of you, with a green dot meaning you ran, and a red dot meaning you haven't. Now without routine, your calendar is going to have a lot of red dots on it, because we not only prepared and organized to run, we also keep postponing our runs to our future self. And any green dots on the calendar are just in complete random places, meaning we haven't actually reaped any rewards from the compound progress. However, with routine, your calendar has a lot of green dots on it, because we have a system in place and made. We go for a run generally at the same time every single time we do run. And you also have a plan in place to go towards that running goal that you've chosen. I have a plan in my higher self community called the 100k month, in which is split into weekly mileage and gets you into this running routine and this habit formation, so running can become a part of your lifestyle. If you are interested, check the description below. However, making your own routine in your own schedule and sticking to it is generally the most important thing. You know, routine is everything. And as we stick towards our routines and we hold ourselves accountable by doing this, we're then able to reap the rewards of compound progress. So setting yourself a running goal and getting a routine in place will help running become part of your lifestyle.